One thing is for sure, those siblings no longer have little Monique Yost among them. She is dead, and her mother is on trial for poisoning her with pills. That is Banfield and Ford take you courtside.
The jurors listened to testimony about an incident that happened apparently some 20 years ago. The oldest daughter of Donna Yost, Roxanne, and a doctor came in and testified about her coming in with an overdose of Benadryl, right? And let's do this. Mike Farkas, you're going to be the prosecutor here. You give me the argument that the prosecution makes as to why an incident from 20 years back, different child, would be relevant to this trial.
Well, there are several arguments. And this is probably two main ones. First, any incident that is similar to the allegation that led to the murder in this case is relevant to what actually happened in this case. And the prosecution loves to get in evidence such as this. If I was the defense attorney, I'd be livid about it. But as a prosecutor, you would love a jury to see that at some point in the past, even if it was 20 years ago, the same mother allowed her child to potentially overdose or to overdose, whether it ended in death or not. And the implication certainly is, you see, she did it then, she did it again. But if they had to back off from that, if they didn't, that's really an unspoken implication that the prosecution wants. They would also argue that this is the type of mother who has the kids taking large quantities of medication, and at the very least it is utter recklessness, but it's, as I said, they're looking for the intentional implication.
So there is what it looks like, folks. It might look to you a little bit like milk, but to me it looks like a melted milk shake. It's like whole milk. It's extremely thick. Everything's perfectly dissolved. There are no pieces. There's nothing but just a little powdered residue on the side of that glass. But let me tell you, it's a revolting concoction. React to that demonstration I just showed our viewers.
I thought it was the greatest demonstration.
Well, apart from that, thank you. You're invited back tomorrow.
Oh, great.
No drinks.
No, it was the demonstration was effective because it just doesn't look like the type of thing that Monique would take or drink in its entirety, and therefore it makes it less believable that that's what happened. I'm going to differ from my colleague, Mike Conroy, though. I agree with him that I don't buy the suicide theory, but I do buy that the mother gave her some of it, or tried to give it to her, didn't mean to kill her, and we know what happened next.
You are both terrific to have spent time with us today. Mike Farkas, thank you very much. That's in the middle, in case our viewers are trying to do the math here, and Michael Conroy way over to my far right. Thank you so much for everything today, and you will both be invited back. Thank you so much for playing along. One thing is for sure, those siblings no longer have little Monique Yost among them. She is dead, and her mother is on trial for poisoning her with pills. That is Banfield and Ford take you courtside.
The jurors listened to testimony.